Do, mi, so, so, mi. Sol, la, so, mi, do. Do, mi, do, do, mi. Do, mi, so, so. Great. Now for a challenge, I'm going to just show you the hand signs. I'm not going to sing it for you. I'll show you the hand signs, and then I want you to try to sing the pattern I showed you. And then I will help you check it by singing it for you and with you, okay? So here's our first one. Looks like this. Try to sing it, do. Good, it should have sounded like do, mi, do, mi. How'd you do? Were you able to figure that out? Let's try another one. Looks like this. Try to sing it, mi. Should have sounded like me, so, mi, so. Good. Here's the next one, looks like. Try to sing it, ready, go. Good, should have sounded like sol, la, so, mi. Here's the last one, looks like this. Try to sing it, mi. Should have sounded like me, so, mi, do. Great job trying that out. I know it's a challenge to try to think the pitches first, but you did a great job giving it a shot. Thanks for that. Well, thanks for joining us today. I hope you enjoy the rest of your music lesson. Do you remember our Tony Chestnut song that we learned as a warm-up? Let's review it slowly and see if we can remember, and then we'll see how fast we can go. Here we go. Tony Chestnut knows I love you. Tony knows. Tony knows. Tony Chestnut knows I love you. That's what Tony knows. Very good. Remember, the way the words sound is the part of our body we point to, even though we're not specifically singing our toe, our knee, our chest, our nut, right? We're not singing it like that, but we're using those sounds to help us remember where to point on our body as we go. I'm going to try it a little faster. Here we go. Tony Chestnut knows I love you. Tony knows. Tony knows. Tony Chestnut knows I love you. That's what Tony knows. Good job. Little faster, here we go. Tony Chestnut knows I love you. Tony knows. Tony knows. Tony Chestnut knows I love you. That's what Tony knows. Even faster. Here we go. Tony Chestnut knows I love you. Tony knows. Tony knows. Tony Chestnut knows I love you. That's what Tony knows. Even faster? Okay. Here we go. Tony Chestnut knows I love you. Tony knows. Tony knows. Tony Chestnut. Hi! You got me. Okay. Try one more time. Here we go. Tony Chestnut knows I love you. Tony knows. Tony knows. Tony Chestnut knows I love you. That's what Tony knows. Okay, I think that's it. We barely made it through that one. Thanks for warming up your body and your voices with me by singing Tony Chestnut. we're going to learn a hello song from Zimbabwe, and it goes like this. Just watch and listen. Sorida, sorida, rida, rida, sorida, sorida, rida, rida, da, 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 rida, rida, da, 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 rida, rida. Yeah, so it's not difficult, right? And it just means hello. And if you watch, we have kind of the same motions happening during the same syllables every time. So all we're saying is sorida. Try it. Sorida. Great. And we start with a snap, and it's a 3-part movement. Sorida. Can you try that with me? Ready, go. Sorida. Perfect. Then we just repeat that. So 2 times in a row. Ready? Here we go. Sorida. Sorida. And then we will repeat just the second and third parts of the word. Rida, rida. Will you try that with me? Rida, rida. Good. So let's try it from the beginning. Here we go. Sorida, sorida, rida, rida. Sorida, sorida, rida, rida. Great. And then the second half of the song, we start with just the da, 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 da. And then we will repeat our rida, rida, da, 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 rida, rida. Yeah, very good. Let's try it the whole way from the beginning. Ready, here we go. Sorida, sorida, rida, rida. Sorida, sorida, rida, rida, da, 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 rida, rida, da, 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 rida, rida. And then you would just start it again because you're greeting people as they're coming across you, meeting you, you see them on the pathway, whatever that is. So thanks for helping learn sorida. Now, let's take a look at the notes. As we sing the first half of sorida, let's practice and just follow the shape of the notes, and then we're going to discover what they are on that musical staff. Here we go. Sorida, sorida, rida, rida, sorida, sorida, rida, rida. Great job. Now let's see if we can figure out what all of these pitches are. So our highest note is so. So when we start on sorida, so is our first note. Our next note would be what? It's a skip down there to that next space. Mi. Good job. So we have so, mi. And what's our bottom note here? That's right, do. So when we're going from a space to a space to a space like that, we have so, mi, do. Will you try that with me? Ready, go. So, mi, do. And then what's the next? Sorida. Yes, it looks and sounds familiar, right? So, mi, do. Good. What about rida, rida? What do you notice? Yeah, we don't go the whole way back up to so, but we go to mi, do, mi, do. Will you help me from the beginning sing that first half of sorida? Ready, sing. So, mi, do. So, mi, do, mi, do, mi, do. Very good job. Let's do that one more time so you can practice following along with our solfege syllables and the pitches on the staff. Ready, sing. So, mi, do. So, mi, do, mi, do, mi, do. Very good job helping to figure that out. So we practiced composing the other week. I've already gone ahead and I've written a melody for you with a rhythm. And what I would like you to do now is to practice
placing the bar line. So I'm going to demonstrate for you right now. But then in Schoology, you're going to have your own and different example that you can go and you can put the bar lines in. You have to count carefully and pay attention to how many beats each type of note gets. That's what's really important. We're not talking about the number of sounds, but the number of beats. So, if we look at our time signature, that's what tells us where to put our bar lines. Our time signature for our examples and your practice is going to be 2, 4. So remember the top number, that says 2 beats in each measure. So we have to count 2 beats and then put a bar line to divide our measures. So a ta is 1 sound on 1 beat, tadi, 2 sounds on 1 beat. So 1, 2, and then we have to have a bar line. So we drag a bar line up and put it in our music. A rest is 1 sound on 1 beat, 0 sounds on 1 beat, and our ta is 1 sound on 1 beat. So we have 1, 2, and then we need a bar line. Then we have a half note. A half note is how many sounds? It's 1 sound, but it takes up 2 beats. So that means a half note has to be its own measure. We cannot have anything more than, oh my goodness, my half note's going to be a stinker. So we cannot have anything more than a half note in a measure of 2, 4, right? Okay, let's go on. So we have 3 measures so far. 1, 2, 3. Now we need to count 2 more beats and put a bar line. 1, 2. Oops, I ran out of bar lines. My apologies. We have to add another bar line here because we have 1, 2, add a bar line. We always double check what's left at the end to make sure we made it even. 1 beat, so that's 2. And at the end, you always need to put your double bar line because the double bar line signifies that's the end of our song. So you should always have the double bar line at the end and your time signature at the beginning. So then you go back and double check. 1 beat, 2 beats, bar line. 1 beat, 2 beats, bar line. 1, 2, bar line. 1, 2, bar line. 1, 2, bar line. And then you can go and you can practice saying and clapping your rhythm pattern. Ready? Here we go. Ta, ta-dee, rest. Ta, 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 ta-dee, rest. Great job. All right, well, head to Schoology and you're going to do the same assignment. It's a different melody, different rhythm, but you are going to put the bar lines in just like I did.
The Remarkable Farkle McBride by John Lithgow. Illustrated by C.F. Payne. Oh, pity the prodigy Farkle McBride. No matter what instrument poor Farkle tried, whether strumming or blowing, or drumming or bowing, his musical passions were unsatisfied. When Farkle McBride was a 3-year-old tyke, all freckly and bony and thin, he astonished his friends and his family alike by playing superb violin. He went reedly-deedly-deedly-dee with all of the strings at his side. Reedly-deedly-deedly-dee, the remarkable Farkle McBride. But when he was 4, Farkle played it no more, in spite of his parents' beseeching. He shattered the records he used to adore. He smashed up his rosin, ripped up every score. He threw fiddle and bow to the living room floor as he shouted, "Enough of your screeching!" When Farkle was 5, his melodical gift once again bore rhapsodical fruit. The woodwinds inspired his spirits to lift, and he rapidly mastered the flute. He went roodly toodly toodly too, with all of the winds at his side. Roodly toodly toodly too, the remarkable Farkle McBride. But at 6, Farkle flung his flute into the lake, notwithstanding its lyrical trill. He stamped on the dock till you'd think it would break. "That's it," he exclaimed, "I've had all I can take. That tootling gives me a brutal headache. It's so wimpy and whiny and shrill." When Farkle was 7, a different sound rekindled his musical flame. He became the most expert trombonist around, and the boulevards buzzed with his name. He went vroop-a-de-doop-a-de-doop-a-de-doo, with all of the brass at his side. Vroop-a-de-doop-a-de-doop-a-de-doo, the remarkable Farkle McBride. But at 8 he declared to his parents' despair, and as everyone else might have guessed, "I can't stand the trombone with its blat and its blare. That racket is more than my eardrums can bear. So return it or throw it away. I don't care. I despise it, just like all the rest." When Farkle was 9, both his father and Mum were bursting with pride and affection. For Farkle learned xylophone, cymbals, and drum, the entire percussionist section. He went boom, bash, clang-a-clash, all the clamor that he could provide. Tinkly-bing-bong, bumpity-crash, the remarkable Farkle McBride. But soon he fell prey to his usual gloom, despite all the praise and the flattery. First a sigh, then a sulk, then a frown, then a fume, then an ear-splitting tantrum that emptied the room. "I can't take it!" he bellowed, "the crash and the boom and the clang and the bang of the battery!" Poor Farkle at 10, howsoever renowned, reached the end of his musical tether. But then he discovered his favorite sound, musicians all playing together. It happened like this. The conductor caught cold on the day of a major recital. "You've got to replace him," young Farkle was told. "Your cooperation is vital." So he took the baton and he gave the downbeat, and kaboom! The foundations were shaken by glorious music, bombastic and sweet, that filled up the hall and spilled into the street. Music that brought the whole crowd to its feet from the instruments he had forsaken. They went reedly-deedly-deedly-dee, roodly-vroompity-bang. "Bravo!" all the spectators cried. "Deedly-doodly-doompity-clang, the remarkable Farkle McBride." Since that sparkling night, Maestro Farkle McBride conducts all the instruments he ever tried. His happy heart sings to brass, drums, winds, and strings. And remarkable Farkle's at last satisfied.